Hi everyone, this is Ryder from Adventure and Wonder, and today I just wanted to sit down and discuss why we homeschool, why, and especially from a secular perspective, it might be a little different than the reasons that you always hear. So let's get started. So I want to come here and share with you guys our reasons for why we chose to homeschool. Yeah, maybe it'll resonate with you guys, or maybe it can put into words what you are feeling. Maybe it'll help you decide whether or not you want to homeschool your kids yourself. So our number one reason, it's the quality of education. There's so many resources out there, so many opportunities, so many things that can be experienced that they don't necessarily have the funding or the capability to teach at school. So quality of education is top notch. I know that I can provide my kids a level of education that it's not necessarily available at schools right now. It doesn't matter if it's private or public, like there's just a lot of things that I am able to get them that schools are not going to be able to provide, especially for so many kids. So that's number one. Our second reason, it's tailored education. So I think you've heard this a lot of times, especially in homeschool circles, that's the whole point of homeschooling. You can tailor the education to meet your kids' needs, meet them where they are. They don't necessarily have to keep up with a whole bunch of students or be held back because the rest of the students are not a part. So you just tailor to them, go at their pace, go more in depth with whatever they need practice, and whatever they might be lacking, you can reinforce. So just tailoring an education one-on-one, it's something that just cannot be done in a classroom setting. Third, it's just spend more time together. I feel like these years of them being little and their childhood goes by so quickly. And once kids start school, most of that time is spent in school, and then they just get home, you feed them, you give them showers or baths, and tuck them to bed, and that's it, and the day is done. So I feel like homeschooling allows families to just spend more time together with parents, like parents and kids and siblings together as well. Another one that's very important to us, and that might be our secular side talking, but accurate education. So accurate history, accurate science, that's super important to us, and that's something that we look when we're looking at curriculum or at materials. I want to teach my kids accurate history, accurate science, and whatever I'm teaching for it to be accurate and also diverse. So not only from a whitewashed perspective or an European-centric perspective or Christian perspective, I want them to learn about all the different groups and what was happening in history all over the world, or native, or in South America, in the Caribbean, in Africa, in Australia, like what was happening all around the world, not just what was happening in Europe and in the US, and what was happening too with minorities, all these other places. That's a big one for us. Another one that I feel like a lot of people, whenever you say this, they roll their eyes at you, but safety is a big concern for us. It's not number one reason, but it is a huge reason too. I feel like we all know safety in our schools is not the best, and not only the extremes the extreme cases of horrible things happening at school, horrible things happening with teachers, horrible things happening with people coming into schools, bullying. Safety, it's a big one. Another one, it's flexible school schedule. I'm not a morning person. My kids are not morning people. And yes, there's life happens and we sometimes have to get up early and they have to get ready and we can go. But having the ability to just start our day slow, get up, wake up, eat breakfast, get to school, huge, like that's amazing. Not having to be rushing out the door every morning, like everybody being groggy and sleepy, and just starting school, doing school at our schedule, it's such an advantage. And then another thing that's also flexible is the flexibility to travel. We are a family that we love traveling, and our family lives far away from us. We have family out of the country that we go visit often, and yeah, so that just the flexibility to not be constrained to just travel during the summer. During the summer, everything is more expensive, everything is packed, so I avoid traveling during the summer. We travel during the school year because we can. We're homeschoolers. Hand in hand with that, because our family's from out of the country, our native language is Spanish. Another reason is to teach my daughter and my son, to teach them Spanish and fluent in Spanish, not just as a second language, but as their primary language. And I want Spanish and English to go hand in hand with them. And that's really hard to find in school, because although most schools do provide a second language, it's very basic. So not at the level that we would want them. So another reason for us to homeschool is to teach Spanish fluency. Another big reason, and I feel like this is very different from how I was raised, and this is something that's new to me, but I've been diving in so much with this topic, is the importance of spending more time outside. I feel like there's tons of research that says how beneficial it is for kids and for adults, just for people in general, to be out in nature. And when you go to school, you're inside all the time. You come home, you're inside all the time. Homeschooling allows us to spend more time outside and be one with nature and connect with Mother Earth, and just have that connection with the earth that fosters some love for this planet and for all the things that surround us. I think nature is very calming too and grounding, so another big reason for us. Another one that's pretty big is the ability to explore special interests. Right now, that's not a big thing. We do kind of go a little bit with that because my daughter loves animals, so we kind of dive a little deeper into that. But I feel as they get older, both of my kids still have passions and things that interest them, and we can pursue those. We can get lessons for that, or we can get those topics and dive deeper into those. And that's not something that can be done in schools. It doesn't matter what the child is really into, because the whole class has to kind of move together. So yeah, pursuing those special interests, it's a huge one. And then the last one is to teach them our values and our priorities. I feel like everybody that you encounter has different values, different priorities, and a different agenda. So there's some certain things that are important to us, and I want to teach them that, instill in them those values that we have, that they're not going to necessarily get the same values and be taught the same way and the same ideas that I want my kids to learn. So yeah, those are our reasons for homeschooling. They might be a little different because we're not homeschooling to keep them from the world or not expose them to certain ideas. I feel like as a secular homeschooler, my view is the opposite. Like, I want them to get all the different perspectives. I want them to get all the different ideas. I want them to be exposed to everything that's out there in the world, and not really just keep them in a bubble, but expand the world and their perspective. And that's our main reason to homeschool. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, and maybe you can resonate with some of these reasonings. So yeah, until the next one, bye.